Welcome everybody to Enter the Bunker, where we are launching you into thriving here 3 days a week. And today we are going to be getting into disrespect. Certainly something that all of us have felt at some time. Myself, I'm Jonathan Bahai. I'm the co-host of Enter the Bunker and the owner of the 64,000 square foot nuclear bunker, which you just entered. Here at the show, we are giving you the building bricks for life, where you can be able to learn things like respect, caring, wonder, and all these things in life which help you to be able to thrive in today's world.
And I am Kelly Cadell. I only work in the bunker. I don't own it, unfortunately. I'm super excited because we've been practicing respect all week, so today's about disrespect. If you're watching on Twitch, be sure to go to YouTube at Enter the Bunker, and you can chat live with us there. Follow, is that what you do on YouTube? Follow, like, subscribe. No, you subscribe, so go subscribe. Ring the bell. That way you get all the notifications. And don't forget to follow our Instagram afterwards, because we could feature you. So, on our background today, I thought it was people walking on the moon at first, not gonna lie. But I see they're helping them up.
Yes, it looks like they're climbing a very big cliff. Because is that the ground underneath, or are they in the clouds?
No, they're
entirely?
up on a mountain, it looks like. That looks so cool.
Yeah, that's definitely, so yeah, I'm just looking down below.
Yeah.
Like right around here.
Yeah.
It looks like,
Valleys.
yeah, I think it's a valley.
Oh, you're above the clouds.
It literally looks like all clouds.
Huh.
Like, how high up are they? Oh
Have
my
you ever
gosh.
been above the clouds?
Many times. I've flown around the world.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
But yeah, it's I've never been in a place that's been that high though.
My arm looks see-through right here.
Oh, you got a little touch of green, do you?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, that's a cool background. I like it.
So what do you think it means in regards to disrespect?
I don't know. I feel like that's not disrespecting. I feel like that's the opposite.
That's the opposite.
Yeah.
Do you feel respect for these people who have climbed so high?
Yes.
Yeah.
Respect. Yeah.
So I think it's interesting. Like the guy's just giving a guy another hand,
Yeah.
helping him get up, and of course, together they get higher. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Together as a team. Carlos has climbed mountains into the clouds before.
Really?
I climbed the highest
Interesting.
mountain in the Atlantic provinces,
Which is
Mount Carlton.
Mount Carlton.
Yeah, it's in New Brunswick,
Okay.
northern kind of New Brunswick way. Yeah.
Is it a ski hill?
No, it's a walking hill, and it was tough, let's just say.
Okay.
But it was super rewarding when you got to the top because you could see millions and millions of trees. But it wasn't a cloudy day, so we weren't in the clouds that day. But I would love to watch like the sunset or something up there. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Or like sunrise, either or.
Well, we're not very far from the Wentworth Mountains here, right?
Yeah.
So, and there's some walking trails around that area.
Yeah,
I
there
imagine
is.
that'd be pretty spectacular.
It would be. They actually do a festival, the Fall Colors or Fall Festival, where you can ride or walk, but you can ride up on the ski lift and then walk down. And yeah, it's a really nice, because it's in the fall, so all the leaves are changed color, and yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's really
Nice.
nice. It's really nice. All right, so let's get started.
I think our stream just went down. No? Okay, we're good. So, since we're today's disrespect, but let's start talking about something that has to do with respect before we get into disrespect. All right. Respect yourself and others will respect you. Guess who said that? Oh, it says around the screen.
That's the pronunciation at the end there.
Confucius.
Confucius.
So you need help doesn't everybody know Confucius?
Not Kelly.
Kelly didn't know Confucius until today.
Right. I still don't know him. Well, you showed me a picture, I think. Did you show me a picture? You might not have. I don't remember.
Well, Confucius is, I might be wrong even, but as far as I can recall, Confucius is like considered an ancient philosopher in China sort of thing.
Okay.
Well, Asian, we'll say. There was no China back then. But
an ancient philosopher.
not even a philosopher. Some would consider him actually more divine, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So So yeah, respect yourself and others will respect you. So, so I'd like to know what the community thinks about that. I
Yeah.
think personally that this goes back to what I talked about earlier this week, where I mentioned that when it comes to how people how people respect other people, I think that it begins with what they are from within. So if they feel a sense of self-respect,
Yeah.
then they'll reflect that to others. They'll give it to others,
Right.
and then it gets given back to them.
We kind of talked about this, I think, on one of our previous streams. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about like respecting yourself, and then you're just gonna like, that's just gonna flow on to everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Confucius would
that.
say, "Be like the water."
Be like the water.
And just give it, and it'll come back to you. That made no sense, actually. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
Like the waves, the tide comes back in, it goes out, and it comes back in.
Yeah. Let's see if anyone watching can explain this better than us. So share with
Carlos
us.
actually says Confucius was a Chinese philosopher and a politician of the spring and autumn period who was traditionally considered the paragon of Chinese sages.
There you go.
Thank you, Carlos.
So Chinese sage. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so it's Fun Friday,
Here we go.
and we get to play a game.
Okay.
Why'd I sound like that? I don't know. All right, so I think Brandon's going to tell us the rules of the game.
Hello.
Hello, Brandon.
Hey.
What's
so
that?
we have this fun little card game in front of you, which is it's really fun to play. It's really funny.
What's it called?
It's called Joking Hazard.
Joking Hazard.
Joking hazard.
Sounds like
There you go.
choking hazard.
I think that's what they were going for.
Okay, okay. They nailed it.
But, so what we're gonna do is just take a bunch of those cards, and you're gonna deal out 7 cards per person,
Okay,
and then there's gonna be like a pile that you pull from
okay.
afterwards.
Do we have to take out all the cards?
Is there some process to deciding who's going to deal it?
No, there was.
Would you like
I
to?
mean, that's up to you too. if you
No,
want.
I did it last time, and that didn't work out well. So let's have you do it.
We're gonna shuffle these top half, these. So we each get 7,
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and here's the pile that we can draw from.
So we draw from the pile.
Yeah, those are your 7. Can
These
we
are
look
mine.
at them?
Like your hand, yeah. The
Okay.
7 cards you dealt out.
Okay.
So it can be pretty bad. So what we're focusing on today is all week. All week we have been kind of focusing on being respectful to everybody, right?
Right.
So today we're going to turn the tables a little bit. We want you to be disrespectful.
Okay.
And so what you do is you flip over a card from the top of that pile.
Okay.
And then you guys have to take one of the cards out of your hand
Okay.
to create a story. So like the card you pull off the top of the deck
Yep.
is the start of the story.
Okay.
The card from your hand finishes the story.
And we can pick whatever card we want.
Yes?
So only
Okay.
only 2 cards makes a story.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we can have the audience vote on which one was more disrespectful, or we can just decide ourselves. So
Okay.
So we have to try and be disrespectful.
yes. We're trying to emulate what
That's hard to
disrespectful.
do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like
And
for some
then
people.
the person with like 3 wins, so like 3 cards, wins the game.
Okay.
So I'm a little confused. So how do you get down to 3 cards again?
So when
Once you have 3 stories.
When you win, you get like, the card that was flipped over, or your card that you deal.
Right.
You get to keep that as like a token or a trophy or whatever.
Okay.
So like if you win, you get your card. So
Okay.
when you have 3 of those, you win. Have you ever played Card Against Humanity?
Yes.
It's same idea.
Okay. We'll figure this out. You
Okay.
go first.
All right. No, I dealt. You go first.
No, you go first.
Okay, 1 second.
Don't disrespect me by telling me what to do. Okay.
1 sec. Okay. Gotta get back to the stream chat. Okay, okay. All right, so I'll go first.
What am I doing?
So I pick 1 card,
Yep.
and it's like an angry face.
Okay.
I feel like we should show the camera. Oh, wait.
Let's zoom in on that one.
Can we zoom in? Maybe not.
Here we go.
Oh,
Over here.
Other way.
No, other way.
yeah, do this
Trying
one.
to catch up to you.
Where?
Go there.
I'm sorry.
Just pick one.
Put it on Jonathan's camera.
Which one are you holding it to?
Jonathan's camera.
Okay, show that. There we go.
Oh, it's not
It's gonna
focused
really
yet.
out
It's gonna
focus
focus on him, right? So.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, yeah.
So it's an angry guy.
It's an angry guy,
Just an angry
folks.
guy. Just take our word for it.
Yeah. So I have to make up a story. So it looks like he's like yelling.
So it could be like why he's angry or a result of him being angry. Anything.
Okay,
Jonathan's very excited.
this is mine. And this is a pregnant one that says 8 months later. And he's yelling.
Whoa.
So that's my disrespectful story.
Okay.
There we go.
So he's yelling.
He's yelling. This is the card I drew. And this is a picture of a baby pregnant person.
Okay.
And it says 8 months later.
Okay.
So that's my story. All right, now it's your turn.
I don't get it.
Yeah, me either.
What just happened?
So she made a story.
Yeah.
A card that was flipped over and a card from her hand.
Okay.
So you have to do the same thing using that same card, and then we vote on who's.
Oh, you have to use this card too.
Yes.
So yeah, but there was no story. Like
He's
angry
mad.
guy,
He's mad.
pregnant lady.
He's mad that she's 8 months pregnant.
Should they use 3 cards instead?
So she's mad that she's 8 months
Yeah.
8 months pregnant.
Yeah.
That's the story. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, I guess, maybe.
There's got to be a better backstory than that. Say something like, "Wow, you fart all the time," or something. That's what this guy looks like he's saying. And she's 8 months pregnant. So what can she do, right? So he's disrespecting her.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. This is what I thought we were supposed to do. It's,
Can we make up our own thing for our character?
Well, you have to it's your thought of the story, so you explain the story the way you see it.
okay.
Okay.
So now she gets to hold on to that,
Yeah, I hold on to this,
and I get this.
and you have to pick a card to go with it
I gotta pick one of my cards
Yeah.
to tell a
go
story.
to go with the angry guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Questions? Was there ever a time that you felt disrespected? You can answer me after you make your story. Or I can say a time that I felt disrespected.
Do that.
So, actually, he's got a card. Hold on, folks.
Gonna have to wait for that story. I got a better one. Okay, so angry guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You see him? He's
so
angry. He looks like he's saying, "What's the matter with you?" Right? And here's what happened. His friend
Licking his
licked
face.
his face. So he licked his face. He's like, "What the heck was that?" Right? So I get pretty upset if somebody came and licked my face like that. That would be that's invading my space, right?
Yeah,
And
that'd be disgusting.
and it doesn't look like yeah, he's like, "What?" Look at him. "What?" And then he's yelling and screaming at him. "What's the matter with you? Why you lick my face?" Is that a story?
That's a story, yeah.
Okay, and
Was
my
it
story.
disrespectful? It's like, or just say, maybe I should make it more disrespectful. Say, "Oh, your breath stinks. Why'd you do that?" Maybe you didn't care about being licked on the face. It was the breath that stunk, and then so he disrespected him by insulting him with how bad his breath was. How about that? Is that how it works?
Sure.
And my story is he's yelling at this woman with an unborn child, but 8 months pregnant.
Okay. So now what do we do with angry
So
guy?
now it goes up to a vote.
All right,
So,
vote,
like,
folks.
audience can vote, and
Okay.
then we can also vote too, as to which one we think is the most disrespectful.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the one that was most disrespectful
Gets to keep that
Gets
card.
to keep the card.
Okay.
And that's like 1 point.
Okay.
All right, so who do you guys think is the most disrespectful?
Right here. Come
That
on.
one or the guy yelling at the 8 month pregnant person?
Yeah. We're getting green lick vote here. Okay. There's one. There's another one.
The guy in green. Oh no, she's just saying the guy in green is licking. Licking.
Maybe he took his shirt too.
Oh, is that how it goes? No, is it?
It's generally the same two characters. It's the same two characters in all the cards.
Are they?
Okay. Okay. So do you have to tell the story? So they're the same person.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. So he licks his face and then yells at him. That's
Okay,
pretty
so-
disrespectful.
So, yeah, he licked his face, and then he said, "Why didn't you like that?" Because he's like, "What?"
Okay, guys, vote.
guy
Which
said,
one's
"Why
the
didn't
most
you like that?"
disrespectful?
There you go.
All right, you guys are going to have to vote.
Yeah, I say.
Destiny, you're not late. You're just in time. We're playing our game.
So I say the one that was most disrespectful was the pregnancy one.
Yeah! That is so disrespectful to yell at a pregnant person.
My version was better.
All right, anybody else?
There's no reason to yell at her other than the version I gave, which was the farting.
Well,
That's
she's
a
like,
reason.
hey, I'm pregnant, and I'm only telling you at 8 months, and he yells at her.
See, you didn't say that before.
Well, that's what
now
I was
you're
thinking.
saying. Now you're giving a backstory. That's what I thought there should be a backstory. I'm going with farting. You're saying that you never told me that he was pregnant. Yeah. So okay.
All right, so nobody else voted, so let's go on with the next one. Destiny just popped in, so she'll be able to catch the next one. Guess I won this one.
What?
Just this one.
What?
Emily says Kelly's is worse.
Oh, I don't see that.
It just popped up.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, we
Okay.
gotta be disrespectful here. So
Okay, so now you draw a card.
I draw a card.
Yeah. Are we
Okay.
allowed to put, what do we do with this card?
Just
Set it down?
discard it or whatever.
Okay. So the card I got was, "You gotta help me."
You gotta help me.
Yeah. You gotta help me.
And it's the guy in the blue that's saying it?
The guy in the blue needs help.
Okay.
So just a brief reminder for maybe some people that just popped in. They
Yeah.
have to create a story with the cards in one of the cards in their hand and add it onto the card that they just turned over.
All right.
And we have to guess which one is the most disrespectful.
So, guy in blue comes to guy in green. "You gotta help me." And he says, "I just slept with your wife and she's pregnant."
Okay. All right.
Boom. That's disrespectful.
Okay. All right. Now it's my turn.
It's your turn.
So the guy in blue is yelling, "You gotta help me." And I hope I get to use one of these cards. It's a good one. I'm going to use, "I'm not falling for that one again." So, "You gotta help me," says the guy in blue. And the guy in green says, "I'm not falling for that one again." So, not willing to give help when needed. That's a good one.
Okay.
What was yours again?
He says, "You gotta help me."
Yeah.
And he says, "I just slept with your wife and she's pregnant."
All right, all right, all right. So, chat, which one do you guys think is the most disrespectful? And I want to hear from Abigail this time.
She just left a comment.
Oh. It's very slow for me today, the chat. Like, I haven't seen that. Oh, wait. I
It's
think.
there.
Oh,
Just
yes,
came
I
up.
see it. I think Jonathan's is more disrespectful here. Jonathan's wins. What?
That is fair.
You just made up a whole story with
That's
that.
what you're supposed to do.
What? Okay, okay. All right, well, take this.
So what do I
So
do?
you that's like a winning card, so set that there.
So
You-
it's tie
and you
game right
disregard your other one.
And then you lose that other card.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's
Okay.
a tie game right now, and just for time's sake, let's say this one is the tiebreaker.
Okay.
So last
So-
one. This one's for all the marbles.
So quickly.
Yeah.
So when I use the other one with the licky face, that means I discard that
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
All
Got
right,
it.
so this is the last one, folks.
What did you do?
Okay. So this one here is the little guy in blue says, "Dad," with tears in his eyes. And
Are there tears in his eyes?
yeah.
Okay.
And Dad decides to take a poop. I had to use this one. I said I had to use it. So, all right. So this one's crying, saying, "Dad," and Dad's just like, That's my story. All right, here you go. That's pretty disrespectful of Dad.
So I came up with a very disrespectful story for mine. I'm almost afraid to say it, to
Oh
be honest. But I think a lot of people can probably relate to this, okay? I can imagine others actually experiencing something like this,
Okay,
okay?
all right,
But this is disrespectful.
okay. That's what
Fair-
this is about,
fair warning.
disrespectful.
It's about disrespectful, but I mean, these cards tell the story, so I didn't come up with this.
We got to do one more.
The story's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So he says, Dad, I just don't know how to tell you, but I feel like I'm a girl. And the dad goes, oh, I'm so confused. Like that, in response
Okay.
to his
That's
child.
not very respectful
telling.
to your child.
Yeah, that's total disrespect.
Neither's taking a poop when they're crying.
Yeah. So mine is very disrespectful.
It is. So's mine.
Yes.
All right, guys.
And you know what? I can imagine this happening like in real life to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it's very sad.
Okay, chat, let's hear whose is more disrespectful. And Matt, I want to hear from you this time. Does he hear me? Oh, they're saying Kelly.
What?
Kelly. Kelly's is the worst.
Mine is
We have one vote
heart-wrenching.
for-
How could
We
that
have two
be
votes.
worse?
2 votes for Kelly, 1 vote for Jonathan.
Oh, Carlos.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. there it is.
Carlos?
This is the worst. Imagine a dad doing that to his son.
Yeah.
Ah.
I kind of vote you too, actually. That like hurts my heart for them.
Yeah.
What's your vote, Matt?
That's like ultimate disrespect.
Okay, so
Anyways,
Matt doesn't have a vote.
it's tied 2-2. What do you guys think, Brandon and Abigail? Yeah. I guess you're the winner. Chicken
It is very
dinner.
disrespectful. Definitely Jonathan's is the most disrespectful.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to do one more.
Oh.
But this time, I want you guys to make a very respectful story.
Make a respectful story.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
it's your turn to draw.
is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go, folks. The
Destiny says if my dad pooped while I was crying, it'd be so bad.
Me too.
Okay. So the card I got was, it's time we both became men. Whatever that means. Under these circumstances of blue and green guy. Okay. Now, this has to be something that's respectful. So,
What was the card again?
it's time we both became men.
It's time we both became men. And who's saying that? The blue guy?
Blue guy saying, it's time we both became men. Okay, I got mine. There we go. Actually, this has to be respectful.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's time we both became men. So a time that I felt disrespected was definitely I had a job and I worked there for 8.5 years, and I was in a bad car accident and I had a concussion. And when I was put off work for 8 weeks, doctor's orders, like it was a bad concussion. And when I went back to work, I felt like I was mistreated, like I wasn't respected. I didn't feel the connection between my boss and I. I expected to go back and everyone would be excited because I like ran the show there. And yeah, I'm not going to name the place because I'm going to be respectful like that. But I definitely felt disrespected, and I ended up quitting for that reason at a job that I absolutely loved and worked there for 8.5 years. So that's
Wow.
definitely a time that I felt disrespected. Chat, let me know if there was a time that you felt disrespected and share your story with us.
yes, share your story when you've been disrespected.
Then we can share it on Insta.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I guess this is the best I can come up with. So he comes and says, this guy says, it's time we both became men. We need to start working out. We'll do it together so that you and I could be super strong. 6 months later. check this shit out.
That was a good
Thank
one.
you, buddy. Thank you, buddy, for helping me become so ripped. Respect.
was a good one.
Respect.
The green guy's got his shirt pulled up and he's got abs of steel.
Yeah, total abs of steel. You can see that right there. I wish I
That's
could show
funny.
it closer. Yeah.
Okay, so pass me the card.
Oh, yes. So,
I have to be respectful. It's time we both became men.
So while she's picking, Jonathan, has there ever been a time where you felt disrespected?
whoo boy. Truthfully, I have a hard time remembering time I was disrespected
I did too.
as an adult. I can remember a time when I was a kid, but I think most kids are disrespected anyway. So I actually was, when I was a very young, like when I was just a kid, so I grew up very poor, and so I wasn't very well kept, and I was in a community where everybody was very wealthy.
Yep.
So I wasn't the best in school. I wasn't good at sports. I was fat. I was ugly. I was like, yeah, bleh.
Bleh.
So
It's not
I
very
used to.
much self-respect in yourself.
So there was a time. So I actually remember. So there was a time when we were like, and so of course when there was community events happening, there was the playroom where everybody went and all the kids were playing. And one time, this one of the parents came and went to her child and said, "Hey, you shouldn't be doing that sort of thing. Do you want to end up just like Johnny? Do you want to be like him?" Is how she said how she talked to her child. So she was using me as a good example of a bad example.
Oh, that's
just
so
because
sad.
just because I was poor and everything else.
That's
right?
pretty disrespectful.
So
Yeah, that
and that was just like when I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
Right? So, but like I don't know, it's weird that I can actually remember that.
It must have affected you.
It's not the case anymore. So
That's good.
except the fat part.
Gosh, have
Kinda-
some self-respect.
Kind of sticks with you.
Okay, my story that I picked is, so it's time that we both became men. And that's the blue guy saying, and the green guy says, "That's no way to speak to your father, young man, because we already are men. Have faith in yourself. Love yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror 3 times a day and tell yourself that you already are a man."
So imaginative.
And that's my story.
Okay.
Respect.
I just don't think father would talk that way.
You're probably right.
So I got one more question for you. Was there ever a time where you realized that you disrespected somebody else? And how did you use that situation to maybe better yourself as a person?
Time I disrespected somebody.
Yeah.
Probably my mom. This is a bad story. I was a teenager, I think, probably preteen, teenager. And I have a lot of regret for it still because it was a very mean thing to say. But my grandmother had passed away, and me and my mom were in a fight, and I told her that she was never going to see her mother again because Grammy's gone to heaven and she's going to HE double hockey stick.
Whoa.
So that was pretty deep, and my face is red even saying it because I don't even like the fact that I said that, but I definitely have been, that was very disrespectful thing to say.
It was a
Are
thing.
you watching, Mom? Let me know. I think her feelings were definitely hurt.
Yeah.
I'd go on a limb and say maybe I'd feel disrespected if someone
Yeah.
said that to me.
Yeah, definitely.
What about you, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. Actually, I go back to when I was 17 years old. Actually, I can remember. I'd taken off traveling around the world,
Yeah.
and for some reason, and as I was traveling, for some reason, I started to think about some people in my life that I had wronged, sort of thing.
Right.
Specifically, I was thinking about a friend who I pretty much abandoned to be with another friend, sort of thing.
Okay.
Like I started ditching him,
Yeah.
right? Which
Aw,
is disrespectful,
that's-
right?
Yeah. I bet you
and
that hurt his feelings.
It did hurt his feelings. And when I came back, though, I ended up, like, when I came back from my trip, I actually was moving So I couldn't, like, we were just like, it was like I had to come back because we were actually moving to Ontario.
Okay.
So when I came back, I specifically made a note of going to him and saying that how sorry I was for the way I treated him.
That was
So-
really nice of you.
So that was, but it was like, it was enough so that I had disrespected him so much that I had to go and
Apologize.
actually make amends sort of
Yeah,
thing, right?
for sure.
So, and there was a couple other people at the same time that I actually went around to see that time. But yeah, that was a specific time in my life where I can remember specifically remembering some people I disrespected.
Yeah.
And then just going back and making it right? It's just let them know that I realized I hurt them and I was terribly sorry about it. And,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, so that kind of wraps up our game. Now let's wrap up our weekly challenge, which was, remember, it's not a competition. No one's keeping score. But look at yourself in the mirror, into your own eyes, and give yourself 3 real compliments. Show someone appreciation, a compliment, something that you respect in them. Turn your brain filter off. Make sure you process your thoughts before releasing your words. Show some respect to our planet, and open your mind to another person's opinions and lifestyles. That's quite challenging for someone, but if you did any of those challenges, please let us know in the chat. I would love to hear about them. Okay, and yeah, so let's look at the chat. Anything? I'd fight that my mom, even though she's probably like 80 now. Mom says, not upset. I had once told my mom that I hated her, and I don't know how Daddy ever married a woman like her. The things we say as, I don't know. I definitely did not process my words before speaking in that instance.
Yeah.
100% I did not. All right, guys, so make sure you go on Instagram. I guess, did you have anything else to say for today?
Like and subscribe, everything.
Like and subscribe to everything. Follow us here, follow us there. No. Make sure you do so you get the notifications when we go live on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, that's it for Fun Friday.
That's it for Fun Friday. Hope to see you next week as we open your mind.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Bye, guys.
Take care.